So, happy Monday to you. Did y'all have a good weekend?
What's up?
Kinda.
Kinda?
Yeah.
I did.
All right. So, we always want to try to start with Cameron's favorite thing, and his favorite thing is, Cameron, stop doing that. His favorite thing is to shout out about what's going on in your life, and then we all get to learn how everybody is. So, we'll start up in the corner there. Briley, do you have anything you want to share with us tonight?
Not really.
All right. How about Lily, too?
Bored.
You're bored?
Yes.
You should have come to my house today and helped me clean my pool in because it was bad shape. I'm not even done. I got to work on it some more. Lily won?
I slept a lot and it was nice.
It was nice.
Yeah.
Havoc? Havoc, you have anything you want to share with us? All right, Cameron?
I lost my tooth today.
Oh, boy. Tooth Fairy's going to come see you tonight.
Hope to get some money.
Yeah, can you share that with me? I'm poor. No?
You can get some Robux.
I don't play Roblox. Yes, you do, Cameron. Why you know you lying?
All right, Camden.
I'm not.
Camden. Do you have
my papa is doing good after his surgery.
Okay, good. I'm glad he's doing better. All right, Aaliyah? Nothing? Ansley? I can't see you, hon.
I watched a movie and that's all.
That's it?
You
went to visit your
grandma.
Oh yeah, I went to visit my grandma.
Aaliyah, do you have anything you want to share with us?
Yes, I have a very big pool.
You have a pool? We're all coming to your house.
What?
They're quarantined.
Pool party at Aaliyah's because mine's not clean yet. Mine's just a little above ground pool, so. Pool party at Aaliyah's.
I'm sending the pictures to you right now.
Oh, you're sending me pictures of your homework?
Yeah, and they're
Okay.
paying.
You're putting it in your portfolio?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that'll work for me. Okay. We're gonna get started. I wanted to remind you guys about your dojo points. Okay.
Dojo.
So you can earn dojo points for a lot of different things. So I'm gonna go back here to my screen where I can share out the dojo here. Whoops, I lost y'all. Where'd it go? Oh, there you are. All right. So I'm going to share this dojo screen with you to show you your dojo points. Okay? Can everybody see your dojo points there?
Yeah.
All right. So it looks like, Ansley, you're getting close to your 15. Remember, when you get 15, you get one free block on your choice board. Briley, you're up to 26, so you can use you can use 15 points and get one block free, or you can wait till you have 30 points and you can get 2 blocks free, or you can wait till you have 45 points and then you'll have 3 blocks free, which will be 1 total day. Okay? Cameron, we got to work on that. Emmanuel's not here tonight, but he's up to 14. Havoc's already used 15 of his, and he's already back up to 39. Isabel, she's not here tonight yet, so she's got 19. Camden, you've got 5. Lexi, 11. Lily, 2, 20 points. So you already have enough to get 1 free block if you choose to use it. You just have to let me know when you turn your homework in, and I will take 15 points off if you do. Lily 1, you also have enough. You have 17. Lucas has 17. Maggie has 19. Mia has 24. Nalia has 16. And William has 16. Okay? I'm just going to click on one of these. I'm not going to give any points, but I want to remind you of how you can get your points. So if I click on Ansley here, for every 30 minutes of iReady reading you do, you get 1 point. So if you do an hour's worth of iReady reading, you get 2 points. You get 1 point for every 30 minutes of math. So if you do an hour of math, you get 2 points. If you take a picture of yourself completing the PE workout that the Mr. Norris and Mr. Cheryl sent, and you send me something, either video or photograph of you completing that, then you get 1 point. If you show me proof that you completed the Spanish homework that Miss Toyaba is giving me to send to you, you send me proof of that, you get a point. If at some time you're doing something on here that I think you could get cooperating with me really well, you can get a point. If you send me photograph or video of you helping someone else, you can get a point. I've been checking the AR. Only one person is even taking AR tests. So we need some of you guys to be taking some AR tests. For everyone that you take and pass, you get a point. If you send me a picture that is above and beyond what your homework is, okay? An example of this is Havoc has got a lot of points because Havoc will go above what his homework says and send me a picture of something else. Like he sent me a picture of him working on the game he created. Plus he sent me a video of that. So he got a point for the extra stuff. He sent me the instructions, written instructions and stuff on the game. Then he sent a picture of the game. And then he sent a video describing the game. So he got a point for picture and a point for video because that was extra. Okay? Any Zoom assignment that I give you, I say, okay, this is your Zoom assignment. Complete this and turn it in by the next meeting, like Thursday or Monday. If you do that and send it to me, then you get a point there. These are how you're earning your points, okay? Don't forget how, okay? You can always click on it and see what they are, but this is how some of the people are getting points, okay? All right, so I wanted you to see, hey, Lucas. I wanted you to see how everyone's getting your points, and so that everyone will be reminded of getting those points, because remember, when you get 15 points, you can take 1 free block on your choice boards, or you can wait till you get 30 points and take 2 blocks, or if you wait till you have 45 points, that's 3 blocks, and you only have to do 3 blocks a day on your choice board, so that would be 1 total day off for you, okay? 1 free day. All right? So I wanted to remind you about that. And I also wanted to tell you that on YouTube this morning, I uploaded onto the Cloverleaf, 4th grade Cloverleaf YouTube page. I uploaded a video I found on YouTube about using the protractor, because we talked about protractors last week and how to use them correctly. Okay, so there's a video on there that will go back and explain that to you. And there's also a video on what we're going to talk about tonight. All right. So we have a special guest that's come tonight. I don't know if he can hear us, or I guess he can see us. Y'all remember Mr. Nettles?
Yeah.
Can you see Mr. Nettles on your screen?
Oh.
Everybody wave at Mr. Nettles.
Hi.
How you doing?
He's come in tonight to hang out with you guys for a little bit and see you. We still got some people that are logging in. Okay, so we'll see if Mr. Nettles wants to talk to you a little bit and see how y'all are doing. Can you hear us, Charles?
We can't hear him.
Yeah, we can't hear you. Oh, he's connecting to his audio now.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay. I have been watching you. I just was having trouble getting it to know that I'm there. See, I'm so poor, my computer doesn't have a microphone and doesn't have a camera. I've got to use my phone to dial in.
Some of the other kids use their phone to dial in too.
So, are y'all bored at home?
Yes.
We could
Nothing
put food for you
to
to do.
do.
I'm having fun. I've been playing Fortnite all day.
Yeah, bro. It is so much better than being at school. Because I get to drink my juices, and at school, all you get is that weird water.
Oh, Lucas, you know you missed me. Come on.
Mm.
Right here. We're fine.
You miss seeing your friends. That's what I miss.
I don't miss
Yeah.
anything. I'm glad of being out of that hard chair.
Yeah,
my
that
gosh,
hard
yes,
chair.
We need cushions.
Oh.
We need cushions.
The only thing I miss is lunch.
Lucas, half the year you didn't sit in the chair.
Well,
True that. True that.
That's funny.
God,
You're complaining about a chair you didn't even sit in.
hard chair.
I
You
mean,
sat on a comfortable chair. Not even a chair. It
He bounced on the ball.
Exactly. We all need a ball.
looked like a wubble bubble ball.
that was better than sitting in a chair.
No.
Exactly. Because them
Until
chairs
you
are
got carried
so
away and started
hard.
thinking it was a trampoline and started bouncing really high.
And then I got back on that chair, and I'm like,
You were like,
oh no.
This thing hurts.
you should have gave him a beanbag chair.
All right, so let's let Mr. Nettles talk to you for just a minute. He might have something interesting to say to you. He normally has something.
Well, I don't know. For one thing, you're getting to see what homeschooling is like. So for some folks, that's fun, and for some people, it's not a lot of fun.
It is.
You know, if you ever imagined not having to go to school, now, well, you don't have to go, but you have school at home. There's a whole lot to do.
No.
And Mr. Nettles
Hours.
homeschooled all of his children, so they were at home with him.
Yeah, so we know about homeschooling. We've homeschooled for a long time. And the kids did pretty well. I've got one son that's teaching college right now. So I guess that did good. But I've been getting outside, not just sitting in the house. I've been doing projects outside, and the weather's been wonderful. So you can't throw your time in it. That'll get boring.
How many
Doesn't
of you been going outside?
me, Camden Clark.
I'm outside today.
I like
No.
can't go
I'll
outside.
rock somebody in football.
I'd be having sleepovers.
All right.
No, I don't go necessarily play. My wife calls it play, just because I mess with the garden and, you know, things around the house. But I really have y'all. I was wanting or planning them back up to the school, and then y'all weren't there. You left me.
They left all of us.
You ran away.
Yep. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started with our math lesson. And then we'll be able to show Mr. Nettles how we play Kahoot, because we got a couple of Kahoot games that we want to do tonight. Okay? Y'all love those Kahoot games, so I've been looking for some for you. But before we do that, I need to review something. Well, let's go ahead and play an adverb Kahoot game. We'll show Mr. Nettles how we play Kahoot. Before we can do that, though, someone needs to tell me, what does an adverb do?
describes a verb.
It does. It describes a verb. Okay? And a verb is what?
Action word.
It's an action word. So an adverb would describe how you do it. Okay?
What's the P?
So if I jump, what's a way to describe how I jump?
Hi.
I jump high.
On chicken.
I'm already in Kahoot, man.
Well, I don't have Kahoot up yet, Camden. Okay?
I'm
So
being
an adverb could be quickly, slowly, fast. Okay? I jumped fast. I jumped high. Describing the verb, the action word. Okay? All right. So I'm going to share out now the Kahoot screen. Show Mr. Nettles how we play Kahoot.
Okay. What in the world? We've never seen that screen before.
What screen is it?
The one where it's like has a bunch of the all of the Kahoot games.
That's because I hadn't clicked on one.
Oh.
All right. So this is, well, that's not what you want. Get out of there. Yeah, here it is. All right, so
There we go.
we're going to
Miss Miller.
play Kahoot here. So everybody get your thing ready.
You're echoing, Miss Miller.
Can't use my words. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't. Like I'm lucky that I do have, you know, this.
Aaliyah, you need to move away from whoever's talking. I'm trying to get y'all bigger because I'm lost part of you. It's not working for me right now. All right, so your number to get in is 4366298. I've got Briley and Aaliyah in. I got Ansley. Why is that not making bigger like I want it to be? There. So I can see all of y'all. All right, I got 5 players. Let's see. I got Lily, Lucas, Havoc, Ansley, Aaliyah, and Briley. So we're missing a couple I'm waiting on. Okay, I got 7. Cameron, you getting in? All right, Cameron's in. I'm looking for Camden. Camden, are you getting in?
Nice emojis, Cameron.
Who's Nene?
Nalia.
Nalia, are you Nene?
Yeah, that's my nickname.
Okay. I just need to make sure I have it. All right, I have 10 of you in now, okay? So we're ready to start because that's all 10 of you. All right, here we go.
Yay.
Verb.
Adverb. Oh, there we go.
All right, question 1. What is the adverb in the following sentence? The baby crawled slowly. Don't tell. All right, slowly described how they crawled. Correct. All right. Oh, Camden's in the lead. All right.
He got it first.
Question 2. What is the adverb in the following sentence? Her first face is extremely red.
There we go.
Extremely described. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's see who's in the lead now. Oh, Camden's in the lead, but Cam came from way back. Cam, you're up there. Ansley, you came up 4 places also. All right, next question. what is the adverb in this sentence? I have been a fan of mystery stories since I was quite young. All right. It's
Oh, yay. That was me.
White. Good job.
Wow.
Let's see who's in the lead now. Oh, Lily's catching them. Hello, William. All right. Next question. What is the adverb in this sentence? Some stories are incredibly exciting from start to finish.
The Hunger Games.
What? What is that?
You don't know what the Hunger Games is?
Okay.
They're people who are very hungry.
Silly. All right. Incredibly. That described how they were. Incredibly. Okay. It was incredibly exciting. Exciting was the verb. Okay. Let's see who's in the lead now. Lily Shelton has taken over first place. 5 of 10. What is the adverb in the sentence, others build suspense very slowly?
That's some banging music.
Very and slowly, because building suspense would be the verb. So they build the suspense very slowly. Okay. Next one. Let's see who's in the lead. Lily Shelton, still in the lead. Number 6. What is the adverb in the sentence? I especially like detectives who carefully hunt for clues. Especially and carefully. Okay, Lily Shelton is still in the lead. Ooh, she's got a pretty big lead on everybody. Okay. Next question. What is the adverb? I quickly walked across the street. Quickly. Quickly. Walked would be the verb itself. Okay. Oh, Camden is gonna come back there. Oh, Nene, you were climbing pretty good. You went up. 8. What is the adverb? The tall blonde boy waited silently in line.
That is a weird looking blonde guy.
I think he wearing a wig.
Yeah, I want a wig.
Silently. Okay.
You don't want a wig. What?
Camden is making a comeback. What's the verb? I mean, adverb. I slowly walk, but I think fast. Slowly and fast. Tells how he walked. Okay. Oh my goodness, Camden.
Get that lead back.
Camden took the lead.
No.
And last question. He was a very rich man, but also a nice one.
Oh, crap.
William.
I chose the wrong answer. Can you redo this one?
He wears money.
Exactly.
You wear money?
Yeah.
He's really a show off.
Lord.
Well, it looks like Colonel Sanders.
Okay, very rich and also nice. Okay. All right, so let's see who's on the podium tonight.
Sure.
Aaliyah with 7 out of 10 correct. Camden with 7 out of 10 correct.
That's
And
Lily.
Lily Shelton with 8 out of 10 correct. Good job, guys. Our runners up are Cameron and Ansley. Good job. Okay, we'll stop that one. Now go. I got it.
Screenshot this.
That music is too banging.
Bang, bang, good music.
Alright. So that was our adverb game for tonight.
We're not doing another one.
Not right this moment. We're going to talk about something else before we go back to that, okay?
Okay, Miss Miller, I'm going to need to go because I've got an appointment.
Okay.
But I enjoyed seeing everybody, and since you invited me, I'll come hang out again.
All right. We meet on Mondays and Thursdays at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Thank you for coming,
Guys,
Mr.
it's
Nettles.
good to you. I missed you.
Everybody say bye to Mr. Nettles.
Bye.
Ball.
Oh, you're so excited.
All right.
Woo.
Bye.
Bye.
Ball.
All right. So we are going to talk about angles. So if you have that sheet, when we talked about protractors last week and how you could use a protractor to find the measurement. If it's an acute angle, it would be the low number, okay, on the protractor. If it was an obtuse angle, it would be the larger number on the protractor, okay? Tonight, we're going to talk about finding unknown angles, okay? When we put a protractor on this angle here, okay, what does it mean when I have an angle that has a box in the corner there? What kind of angle is that? Who remembers we talked about there's three
Right
kinds.
angle. A right angle.
It is a right angle. Anytime it has a little box drawn in the angle there, it is a right angle. What is a right angle's degree?
90.
It is 90. So if we take the total degree, it from here all the way around is 90 degrees, correct? Okay, can everybody see my board? Okay. If this whole thing is 90 degrees, we start with the total amount, 90 degrees. We subtract out what's given to us. They have an X as an unknown, and we have an angle that is 30 degrees. So we subtract out what they gave us. What did they give us? What they give us?
30.
They
30.
gave us the 30. So we subtract out the given degree, okay? And that's going to give us the unknown number. So what is 90 minus 30?
60.
It is 60. So that means that X is going to equal 60 degrees because this angle plus this angle would equal 90. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So when you're looking for an unknown angle, even if you have 2 or 3 in there, we'll do one in a minute. I'll show you one where you do 2 or 3 of them. let's look at this one over here. What's my total of this whole, first off, what kind of angle is this?
Obtuse.
It's an obtuse angle. So it means it's going to have a degree, a total degree of more than 90, right? Okay? My total from here all the way around is 110 degrees. They give me that. Okay? Camden. Camden, I need you to put that ball down. I need you to pay attention, please. Okay? Ansley, I need you in your screen. All right. So if we start with 110 degrees and we take out the given, subtract the given, what is given to us? What are they giving me? What degrees?
45.
Huh?
45.
They gave me 45 and they're looking for the n. So I'm going to subtract out what they gave me, 45. And that's going to give me n. Okay? So what is 110 minus 45? This is going to be a 10. This will have to be a 0. Okay? And then 10 minus 5 is 5.
65.
But this can't be a 10. It's got a 0. So we got to borrow again. So n is going to equal 65 degrees. Okay? So when you're looking for that unknown number, you're going to take the total number from the line to line, the total amount of the degree, subtract out the degrees that they have given you, okay? And that's going to leave you with the unknown number that they're asking for, okay? That's going to leave you with that unknown number. All right, so let me give you another one here. What if I give you one that looks like this? That one looks like it's been divided a little more, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right, so let's put, this is our unknown number. This is going to be 25 degrees, and this is going to be 25 degrees, okay? And this, from here all the way around, is going to be 115 degrees. All right? Are you following me?
Yes.
What I have to do is take the total. What's the total of that whole angle? The entire obtuse angle from here to here. What is that total degree? What is it? Remember, I just told you, my little dotted line here said that it's 115 degrees. Okay? So I'm going to take the total, 115, and I'm going to subtract out the given numbers. I'm going to subtract out 25, subtract out another 25,
50.
and then I'm going to have my unknown number. Are you following me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we know that 25 and 25 is how much?
50.
50. So I can say 115 minus 50. What is 5 minus 0? 5. Can't subtract 5 from 1, so I need to borrow. Whoops, make that 11. What is 11 minus 5?
6.
6.
65.
So 65 equals my x. So this one is 65 degrees. Okay?
Okay.
Even though I had 2 here, I still subtract them out, both of them. The total amount minus the given, minus 25 minus 25 is going to leave me with the unknown number. Okay? It's going to leave me with the unknown number. Does everybody understand that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Anytime you're doing it, you always take the whole total amount and subtract out the given pieces. Okay? Now, I'm going to share screen with you of the missing number sheet.
Well, I have that sheet.
Okay? This is your missing number sheet that I sent you last week that we didn't get to. And it goes along with what we were just going over. Okay? It goes along with what we were just doing up here. They're giving you several things. Okay? Lucas, is that you? Your name's
What?
not Chicken Nugget. Stop changing your name. All right. So let's look at the first one here. Okay? The first one here says that you have 45-degree angle and you have a 50-degree angle. So in this one, they've given you the 2 small angles and they want to know what the whole angle is. So in this one, we're not going backwards. We're not going to subtract out. We're going to add up to the whole angle, okay? So on this one, we're going to add 45 plus 50. What is 45 plus 50?
$95.
Where's my text?
I know what it is.
Is it right here?
45.
45 plus 50. Oops.
That says equal.
Yeah, I didn't hit the shift button. Plus 50 equals what?
95.
95. Okay? So if that equals 95, then our answer right here is going to be x equals
95.
95 degrees. Okay? So look at the second one here. Make this a little bigger. Okay? The second one here, number 2, this is like what we had. They're giving you the whole angle, 134. They don't know this one. It's x. But we do know this one. Okay? So if we put, let's go right over here. Okay? And let's say we got to do 134 minus 60. What is 134 minus 60?
$74.
Yes. Okay. So that means that x is going to equal
74.
74 degrees. Okay. 134, and you subtracted out the given of 60, and that left you with x, and x equals 74 degrees. Okay, see if you can do 3 for me. See if you can do X. I mean, 3.
What?
Okay, someone needs to mute themselves.
Mommy said read this.
All right, who would like to solve this for me? William, can you solve it for me?
Oh.
What do I do first, William?
Supposed to get 90, take away 31.
Okay, 90 minus 31 is going to leave me what?
Gonna leave you 59.
Yes, 59. So that means that X is going to be 59. Did everybody get that? Thumbs up. Show me a thumb up if you got that answer. All right, so let's move down to number 4 here. Number 4, see if you can do 4.
Why does it say A instead of X?
Because they just changed it. They can have they can have A's, O's, stars. They can have anything as long as it's a symbol. Okay.
Banana.
All right. All right, who would like to walk us through this one? Raise your hand if you want to walk us through this one. Lily Shelton?
You gotta subtract 39 from 84.
All right, so let me put that up here real quick. All right, so right here, we're going to do, get my thing over here. She said we're going to take 84 and subtract 39. And what did we get, Lily?
45.
45. Does everybody agree?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes. So it actually is A, but it's going to be 45. Okay, see if you can do number 5 for me. What do we need to do to number 5? It's a little different than what we were doing. Look at it really good.
I know. You're back already? That was a short walk. Huh? All the way down there?
Lucas, mute yourself, hon. All right. Camden, would you like to walk us through this one?
Yeah, hold up.
Hold up.
Well, hold up. Yeah, sure.
Hold up.
All right, tell me what I got to do to this one, because it's not exactly like the other one we just did.
Exactly, Bo.
What are we going to do?
48 plus 105.
48 plus 105 is going to equal
150.
Yeah,
153.
correct. 153. Okay. All right. And number 6. See if you can do number 6.
Got it.
All right, Havoc, you want to talk me through this one?
You have to add
Correct. What am I adding?
49 and 69.
And what is 49 and 69 going to equal?
118.
118. Correct. Okay. Does everybody see what we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay. When they give you, Lucas, is that you? Who's doing that?
Nope, not me.
When they give you the total angle, okay, then you have to subtract out what they give you. But if they give you the two angles, you have to add them together to get back to the whole angle. All right? So that's looking for a missing angle when you don't have an angle and you need to know what it is. That's how you find it. Okay? So let's look down at these questions down here. Greg's ceiling fan rotated 30 degrees and then stopped. How many more times does it need to rotate to make a full rotation? What is a full rotation? Look at my board. Where did my eraser go? What did I do with that eraser? Oh, it's on the floor. You remember last week when we said that a straight line was 180 degrees? You remember that? You started here at 0 and we went around and when we got here it was 180 degrees. You remember that? Last week? On Thursday, do y'all remember that?
Yeah.
This is a straight angle, okay? But if I'm going to make a full rotation all the way back around to where I started, that's 360 degrees. If you were to stand up right now and rotate your body all the way around in a complete circle, you would go 360 degrees, okay?
60, ooga booga booga.
A complete circle, Lucas, don't do that. If you make a complete circle, you have gone 360 degrees. So if Greg's ceiling fan rotated 30 degrees and stopped, how many more times would it need to rotate to make a full rotation?
330 degrees.
A full rotation is going to be what?
360 degrees.
360 degrees. So 360 degrees minus, it stops every 30 degrees.
330.
So we got to take out 30. What does that leave me?
330.
It leaves me 330. Okay? But I got to take out another 30 because it's going to stop again. When I take out another 30, what's that going to leave me?
300.
300. I got to take out another 30, or I can take 330 and divide it by 30. Okay? So if I take that out, what's left when I take out another 300? So it stopped one time. It stopped again. It stopped again. What's 300 minus 30? 270. 270 minus another 30 is going to be 240 minus another 30 is going to be 210. You with me? Minus another 30 is going to be 180. Minus another 30, okay, is going to be 150. Minus another 30 is 120. Minus another 30 is going to be 100 and, no, it's going to be 90. Minus another 30 is going to be 60. Minus another 30 is going to be 30. Minus 30 will get us back to where he started. So how many more times will he need to rotate? How many more times will it go? It said that says that he needs to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times. Okay? To make a complete circle, it's going to go 30, 30, 30, 30, all the way around. Okay? And it's going to be 12 of those. It's going to be 6 on the top. Okay? It's going to be 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30. And then 6 on the bottom to get all the way back around. So he had to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It had to stop 12 times. Okay? All right. Mr. Norris has a water sprinkler that covers 120 degrees of his yard. How many times will he need to move the sprinkler to cover the full 360 of his yard? Okay? So his yard is going to be starting at 0 and going all the way around back to 360. It goes 120 degrees. Okay? So we got 360 minus 120. That's one time. Okay? That leaves us with 240 degrees still that needs to be covered. So we're going to subtract out another 120 degrees. So this is 1. Okay, this is number 2. He's moved it twice. Okay. Actually, he's moved it once because it says how many times will he need to move it. Well, the first time he puts it there, then he moves it once. This is one move. And now we've got 120 left to do, so we're going to take out another 120. So he's moved it. How many times did he move it? He moved it 2 times. He put it there originally. It says how many times will he need to move it? He's not going to move it the first time. The first time he puts it there. The first time it covers this. He moves it once to cover. Then he moves it twice. And the second time he's covered all of his yard. So he needs to move it 2 times. Okay? Look at number 9. I turn the dial on my stove 45 degrees from the start position. If I continue to turn the dial, how many degrees further will I need to rotate it to return to the start position? All right. Same principle here. All of these are talking about it makes a complete circle, because if they're going to start at and go 45, okay, and they're going to return to the start position at 360 degrees, okay, it says how many degrees will they need to go? Well, if they want to go 360 degrees and they turned it 45 degrees, it started here and she turned it 45 degrees. So from here all the way around to here is going to be my X, my unknown. So I have 360. I'm going to take out the given of 45. And it says how many degrees further will they need to go to get back? So X, this will be X. This has to borrow. This becomes a 5. This becomes 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 5 minus 4 is 1. And 3 minus nothing is 3. So X, going from here all the way around to here, X is going to equal 315 degrees. Okay, 315 degrees. Okay, because they went 45 and they wanted to know how much farther they needed to go to get all the way back around to the complete circle where they started from. All right, does anybody have any questions about that sheet? All right. If you guys will look on YouTube, there is a video that I put on the geometry playlist that talks about this, about how to do angles, how to measure angles, how to do unknown angles. Yes, Cameron? Cameron, do you need something? Cameron. All right. So I'm going to stop sharing this sheet so we can move on. All right. Okay. So we did finding the missing angle. The next thing I'm going to talk about is our science. We've been talking about the ecosystem, okay? We've been learning about things, and we learned that the ecosystem is all of the things around us, all of the things, okay? All the living and the non-living things. Everything is an ecosystem. But inside of an ecosystem, you have communities, which is every living thing together, okay? Those are your living things. Then you have your populations, and your population is a group of one type of thing, like cows or humans or children, a group of something, okay? A group of wolves, a group of trees, a group of flowers. That's your population, okay? And then from the population, you have your habitat. Where do those things live, okay? Where do they live? Now, we're moving from there into, in those populations, you have in your ecosystem communities. In your communities, you have producers, we talked about last week, and consumers and decomposers. Producers produce their own food. They're plants. They use the sunlight through photosynthesis to create their own food. Their sugars that they use to eat. They pull the nutrients out of the ground, and they change the water and the the photosynthesis, they change that to sugars for them to survive on. Okay? Then you have your consumers. Your consumers are the things that eat things. Okay? You have consumers that fall into 3 categories. Your consumers can be herbivores who only eat plants. Herbivores only eat plants. Your omnivores, which is you and me, we eat plants and animals, okay? And then your carnivores who don't eat any plants, they only eat meat, okay? They eat other animals to survive. So your consumers fall into herbivores, omnivores, or carnivores. In the food chain, you have a producer. That's your plants, okay? Your trees, your flowers, all those are your producers. A consumer, which can either be a herbivore or an omnivore, is going to eat the plant. That is your first consumer. That's your first consumer or your primary consumer. Then you could have a second consumer. Okay, your secondary consumer, that's an animal that's going to eat the animal that just ate the plant. Okay, that could be an omnivore or a carnivore. All right? Your first consumer there cannot be a carnivore because he doesn't eat plants. But your secondary consumer can be an omnivore or a carnivore. Okay? Your secondary consumer will not be a herbivore because a herbivore only eats plants. Your secondary consumer has to eat the primary consumer. An example of this would be you have your plants outside, okay? My first consumer is my cows in my pasture. They're eating the grass. They're eating the leaves, okay? So the first consumer is eating those plants, my cows. Secondary consumer is going to be me. I'm going to eat that cow when I have a hamburger. You're going to eat that cow when you go order a hamburger. You would be the secondary consumer. You're eating the primary consumer. Okay? That's how the food chain works. Now, knowing this, that's the food chain. I have a video for you to watch, and Briley, I think you watched this morning. So you just hang out with us, okay? Let me find that video that I want you to watch. Okay, I'm going to share this screen. It's black at the moment, so I know it's black, okay? All right, this is a video about the food chain.
Hi guys, I wanted to talk to you today about food chains, okay? So I'm going to share this PowerPoint with you today. That's going to talk about food chains. All right, so what is a food chain? A food chain is a way of thinking about how plants and animals in an ecosystem are connected to each other. How do they interact with each other? Food chains trace the flow of energy through an ecosystem. How is that energy made? Where is it coming from? All energy comes from the sun. In almost every food chain on Earth, the energy will come from the sun. In a food chain, you have producers. Producers are green plants that produce their own food using sunlight. Producers cannot eat, therefore they have to make their own food. Consumers do not make their own food. They depend on other organisms to live. Primary consumers. Some animals are primary consumers. They eat plants or parts of plants to survive. Okay? These are the ones that eat plants. A butterfly drinks nectar from flowers. Primary consumers. Some animals are primary consumers. They eat plants to survive. A sheep eats grass. Can you think of other primary consumers? Cows, giraffes. Primary consumers consume what they eat through plants, and they are called herbivores. They only eat plants. Secondary consumers. Secondary consumers eat other animals. So you have your primary consumers that eat the plants. Then you have your secondary consumers that eat the animals that ate the plant. They are predators. Predators. Predators are animals that eat other animals. The other animals are their prey. So your predators do the hunting, and your prey is what is eaten. What predators and prey do you know? Okay, you have frogs that eat grasshoppers. Grasshoppers eat plants. You have fish that eat worms. Tertiary consumers are predators that eat other predators. Animals that only eat meat are called carnivores. This is a pond food chain. You have the sun, duckweed, which is a plant that grows in the pond. You have the mayfly nymph, which eats the duckweed. Then you have a frog that eats the mayfly. And then you have an owl that eats the frog. So you have your sun, your duckweed, your mayfly, your frog, and then your owl. Which is the producer? The producer here is the duckweed. The duckweed uses the sun to create its own food. Which of these is the consumers? Your mayfly, your frog, and your owl are all three consumers. Your mayfly would be your primary consumer, and your frog and your owl would be your secondary consumers. Think about it. A frog eats insects. Is it a producer or a consumer? A consumer because it eats. If it eats something, it is consuming. A frog is a consumer. It does not make its own food. Think about it. Lily pads make their own food. Are they producers or consumers? Lily pads are producers because they make their own food. Which would you expect to find more in an ecosystem? Producers or consumers? Would you find more things that make their own food or more things that consume their own food? You would find producers or green plants. All ecosystems must have more producers than consumers. Your trees, your flowers, your plants, your lily pads, all of those things that create their own food, there are more of those than there are consumers. You are part of the food chain also. Can you think of how you are part of the food chain? Look at this picture of tomatoes. How would you fit into the food chain that involved the tomato? The sun helps the tomato to create its own source of food as it's growing in the garden. You go to the garden and you pick it, and then you eat the tomato. So the sun, the tomato produces, and you become the consumer. Are people producers or consumers? We are consumers. What have you learned? What have you learned about food chains? We've learned that the sun creates energy into the plant as it creates its own food or produces its own food. And then predators eat prey, and predators are consumers. This is an activity that you need to complete off of what we've learned today. It says complete this food chain activity on your paper and submit it to your teacher. Okay, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take the first order consumer, the sun, the producer, your second order consumer, or your decomposer, and you're going to put it into the boxes below. Decomposers are things that live off of decaying products such as mushrooms. Okay, then the second step is to complete the sequence chain by putting the following organisms into the correct part of the chain. Where would the insect go? Where would the fox go? Where would the grass go? Where would the birds? Where would the bacteria? What eats what and what produces its own food? So you'll need to complete this and then submit it back to your teacher. Okay. You probably won't be able to print it, so you'll probably just have to draw this onto paper and then take a picture of it and upload it back to your teacher. Okay? Well, that's what we talked about today and what we've learned about consumers and producers, and I hope that you enjoyed this program. And we will continue to learn more about our food chains and how we produce and consume food in our next session.
All right. So
Is it over?
that one is over, okay? So on that video, you learned exactly what we were just talking about on this food chain, okay? At the end of that video, there was an activity for you to do. Your choice board has a thing on there for you to do an activity. That's the activity you need to do. You need to put the things. Cameron, can you stop doing that so that people will just be paying attention to you? Cameron, stop. You need to go back and watch that video and write that on your paper, okay? Unless you can stop the video and print out that screen, okay? Just redraw the boxes and the arrows the way they are on the screen and do that activity and take a picture, and that is the activity that is on your choice board for this week, okay? Where it says to watch it. Briley has one because she asked me to send it to her, okay? All right, so complete that. That's one of your choices on your choice board, that activity, okay? You'll probably need to go back into that video on YouTube to be able to see that, okay? All right, so the next thing I want to tell you is that I'm going to give you a Zoom activity to complete, all right? We have been talking about, for the last 2 or 3 weeks, we've been talking about geometry, And we've been talking about angles. We've been talking about lines, parallel lines, points, rays. We talked about the different kinds of polygons, such as hectagons, octagons, all those different kinds of polygons, okay? So I'm going to show you this sheet, and then I'm going to send you this sheet for you to complete and turn back into me by Thursday as your Zoom assignment, okay? So you don't have this yet, but when we get off of here tonight, I will be sending you this sheet to complete. Okay? This is a geometry scavenger hunt. You're going to go out into real life, and you're going to write down an example of a point that you see in real life. A line. You remember when we saw the road and it had that yellow line on it? No beginning, no end. That's an example of a line, okay? So you can draw that in, draw a road, you can do whatever, but you need to find one. Find an example of a ray. A ray is a line that has a beginning, but no end. It goes on forever, okay? So it starts and then just goes and goes. A line segment has a beginning and has an end. So you're going to find me something in real life, okay? Something, you're going to have to probably go outside, look around your house, something, and then you're going to draw a picture or write what it is. Then you're going to look for something that has an acute angle on it, okay? You're going to look for something that has a right angle on it. You're going to find something that has an obtuse angle and something that has parallel lines on it. Then you're going to find something that has perpendicular lines, something that has intersecting lines, and then you're just going to find things that are triangle, something that's a quadrilateral, something that's a pentagon, something that's a hexagon, something that's an octagon. We didn't really go over rectangular prism, but rectangular, you know what rectangular means. It's a rectangle. Prism means that it's like a box, okay? It's not a three-dimensional figure, okay? So you're going to find something that's a rectangular prism. It's not round, it's rectangular, but it's like 3D, okay? So I'm going to send this geometry scavenger hunt to you when we're done here tonight, and you're going to go outside and complete this and send this back to me as your Zoom activity. Remember, Zoom activity is one way for you to earn a dojo point. When you complete this, you earn a dojo point. Did I already send it to you, Lily?
Uh-huh.
Oh, maybe I already sent it to you guys. I'll resend it. I have it. Okay? If you don't have it, I'll resend it. Please stop doing that. Okay? So this is what you're going to do. We've talked about all of these things over the last 2 or 3 weeks. So now it's time for you to show me that you understand it. So you're going to go out and hunt for these. Okay? So that's your Zoom activity that is due by Thursday. Okay? And the last thing I have on the agenda tonight, was I have a Kahoot game for ecosystems. So let me see if I can find that real quick.
It's 7:30, man.
I know, hun.
It's already done. Now you got 8.
I am hungry.
Exactly.
You've been eating.
I've only ate sugar.
All right. I'm going to share this screen now so that you can get ready to play Kahoot.
Hold on, I gotta get on it. No, not Amazon. Whatever.
Come in and do the game.
Where is? Oh, there it is.
Okay, this is an ecosystem, Kahoot, to see if you remember the things that we've been learning about the ecosystem. Okay, I got 5 players in. And I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 11 of you still with me. Some of them have checked out on me early.
I would.
Okay. I got 8. Don't you check out on me, Lucas.
I'm so hungry.
Honey, you've been eating bananas and everything else. You're good.
What? Everything else? I don't have everything in my house.
You was eating something else, carrots or cheese or something a while ago.
Carrots? Oh no.
What was that orange thing you were eating?
Cheese.
You were eating cheese then. You've had cheese and bananas. You can hang on just a few more minutes, okay?
I should be playing Roblox most dance.
Okay, I got 9 people in.
4.
Lucas, stop making that noise. Okay, I got 9 of you in. Got 10. Lucas, I'm gonna mute you. Keep doing that. Cameron. All right, I have 10 of you in. Okay, let's see who am I missing. I got Cameron, Maggie, Havoc, Lily, Nalia, Lucas, Ansley, William, Briley, and Camden. Who am I missing? I'm missing Emmanuel. Manny, are you playing?
No.
Okay. Did you have your hand up for a reason, Manuel?
I didn't have my hand up.
But it says here you have your hand up on the screen. All right. So this is an ecosystem, Kahoot. Ecosystem. All right. Are you ready?
Sure. Make it.
All right. Here we go.
How many are there?
Many animals in an ecosystem depend on other animals for?
No.
Animals in an ecosystem depend on other animals for?
Oh.
It is energy, because when a consumer eats, that's how they get their energy. When you eat, it gives you energy, okay?
Ah, that hurts.
All right, Lucas is in the lead. Living and non-living things interacting in an environment is called what? Living and non-living things interacting. That's the ecosystem. Remember when at the very beginning I said an ecosystem is living and non-living things interacting in our environment. That's what an ecosystem is. Okay, Havoc's taking the lead. An organism that gets energy by eating other organisms is called a what? A consumer. An animal is an organism that eats other organisms. Anything that eats something else is called a consumer. Oh, William takes the lead. Briley moved up 4 places. Organisms that produce their own food are called Producers. Okay, organisms that produce its own food. Producers, right there. Producer. Okay, William is still in the lead.
Ow, ow, ow.
Organisms that consume dead organisms are called, we talked about this one a while ago. Organisms that consume dead organisms. Dead means what? Decomposers, right. Okay, because it's decomposing. That's how they get their energy, from decomposing. Okay, Havoc's back in the lead. 6, which describes a relationship in which one organism depends on another for its needs. One organism is depending on another organism for its needs. A hawk catching a mouse. Okay, the hawk is going to eat the mouse so he can get energy to survive. Burrowing would not be, cooling off would not be, absorbing sunlight wouldn't be. Okay, because it says consuming. Okay, Havoc's still in the lead. 7, which is an example of an animal interacting with a non-living part of its environment. An animal interacting with a non-living part of its environment. Okay, the water is non-living. Water's not, okay? A zebra and a lion are both living. A honeybee and a wildflower are both living. A weed and a rose bush are both living. This said living and non-living. A coyote and a stream is a living and a non-living. Okay, Havoc's, oh, Lucas is coming up behind him.
I've been behind him.
The soil on the prairie provides the grass with all of the following except. Which one of these does it not provide? The soil on the prairie provides the grass with all of the following except. It does not provide energy that the grass needs to make its own food. The soil doesn't provide the energy, the sun provides. Remember? The sun provides for the plants. All right, no changes there. And number 9, how do beetles and mushrooms breaking down dead plants and animals help growing plants? Okay, it returns nutrients to the soil. So when the beetles and the mushrooms, when they break down that decaying and dying stuff that they're getting their nutrients from, it's returning nutrients back to the soil so the other plants can use them, okay? All right, I think we have one more question. All of the living are examples of living things interacting with each other, except all of the following are examples of living things interacting with each other, except. Number 4, frogs sleeping in the mud at the bottom of the pond. Frog sleeping in the mud is not interacting with a living thing. Birds with grass are both living. Fish and smaller fish are both living. Squirrels and trees are both living, but frogs and mud is not living. Okay? our podium tonight for ecosystems. You got 6 out of 10, Camden. 7 out of 10, Havoc. And our winner tonight is Lucas with 8 out of 10 correct answers, with runners-up being Briley and William. All right. Let me get this thing off here. All right. Okay. So that pretty much is everything that we were going to talk about tonight. We talked about ankles and how to find them. Okay. I will resend that scavenger hunt to you tonight so that you can go out and start tomorrow looking for things around your house and outside in your neighborhood that are real world things to go on your scavenger hunt. Okay. Thursday, when we come back Thursday together, we're going to continue probably the last part of our geometry, or we'll have to practice some more, but we're going to start talking about symmetry, okay? And there's going to be a lot of things, fun things to do with symmetry, okay? All right. Remember that you need to think about earning your dojo points. I showed you your dojo points tonight. Let me show you one more time. Let me pull that back up here for the ones that weren't here, okay? And show you your dojo points one more time and show you how, again, to earn those dojo points. Okay, so we've got find your name on here so you can see how many dojo points you have. Once you get 15 dojo points, then you can get a free space on your choice board that you don't have to complete. If you want to hold that 15 and wait until you have 30 and get 2 boxes, or if you want to wait until you have 45 points, then you can get 3 boxes, and 3 boxes is 1 whole day, okay, because you're supposed to do 3 boxes a day. Some of you are close. Emmanuel, you have 14, okay. Maggie, is she still on here? Yes, Maggie, you have 19, so you already have 15. So if you do choose to mark one off on your choice board, you need to put an X on it, and you need to write the word dojo. So when you send it to me, I know that I need to take 15 points off for that box that you didn't do, okay? And you still get credit for it because it will be a free box. Now, again, I'm just going to click on one of these, all right? This is how you earn them, okay? Every 30 minutes of iReady for math and reading is a point. If you show proof of doing PE, proof of Spanish, proof of helping others, if you're taking any AR tests and passing them, and I check that every week, I usually give all the points on Monday after everybody's had time to complete everything. I go back, like this morning, first thing I did was check all the records, check all the stuff, and then give out points, okay? The picture and the video would be going above. If you have to send me a picture of something that's for your homework, that's not considered extra. But if you give me something else that's extra above the basic homework, that's the extra where you get your points. If you complete the Zoom assignment that I gave you for your geometry scavenger hunt, that's also worth a point, okay? So I mark all this stuff down. I have a sheet here. Where's my sheet? I have a sheet right here. Okay, y'all. I mark it at the top with all the things, and then I have all your names, and I go across and I put checks in it. So every time you give me something, check, and then on Monday I say, oh, look, they get a point for this, and they get a point for this, okay? So I keep up with all that. I know how many of you are participating in everything we do. I know how many of you are not participating in turning things in. Okay. Also, when you turn your homework in, I have a sheet here. I have a sheet here that has your name, and it has all the activities across the top that's on the homework choice board, and I check them off. So if you don't do it, you get an X, and if you do it, I say, oh, there, that one's done, check. And then I check it to make sure that it's correct, and then I try to send you back feedback and say, this one needs to be corrected, or whatever, okay? So, that's pretty much what I wanted to tell you tonight. Checking here to make sure I have everything. Go on to YouTube, watch that ecosystem one again so you can complete that activity. If you need me to send you that activity slide, I can attach it and send that to you. Briley already asked me this morning because I know she watched it this morning. She asked me to send it to her so she didn't have to write it down on another sheet. So I emailed that, I dojoed that to her, and I can do that for you too. You just have to ask, okay? Or you can write on a regular piece of paper, okay? So that's all I have for tonight. If there's anything else that, Lucas, that's not very nice, is it? Hang on, I gotta get up.
I'm hungry.
I understand that you're hungry, Lucas. But do you know that it's very rude to start, when I say that we're done with the lesson and you start going, yay, woo, that's very rude. Okay? All right. So do your scavenger hunt. We're going to meet back here on Thursday. All right? So I'm going to stop the recording.